at that.
Did you notice?
Unreal, Shoshan.
I didn't notice anything.
I'm seeing everybody's fooling around. Everybody's screaming at each other. So I'm fine. I was going home, but the umpires, no, stop, time, and the whole play stuff. So then I had a chance to come home.
Shoshan, at what point, I was on third base. Shoshan, at what point did you try and score? When the arguing started, or after Steve?
As soon as you threw it to first, whoever it was, threw it to first, I'm inching towards home.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, I have a chance to come home here. The umpire comes up to the field, everybody's screaming, and he says, and he times it.
Whose team is screaming?
He calls timeout, so then the play's over.
Right.
And the play should have been live. It should have continued being live.
Nobody's arguing that. I think it was mainly, in my opinion, I thought it was you guys were a little upset, but not more at the umpires as opposed to our team in that situation. But I think if you would have gone home there.
It was a great play, and the game was a great game. I'm saying the play should have stopped there. I should have been allowed to at least come home.
Agreed.
Well,
Shoshan.
at least tried, and maybe got them thrown out.
Shoshan, Jeffrey Gindy here. Big picture, what are your thoughts on the league this year as it's your first year in the league? And what do you think about going forward with your boys and fitting into the league?
I think it was a great opportunity for me. I travel a lot. A great bunch of people in the league. Great. It just I felt right at home. It's just a great way to play on Sundays with terrific people. The team, I think, we got a lot of heart. We're very into it. It's exciting. I'm just very happy to be part of it. And really, it's very intense during the games. So there's a lot of love between all the teams. With everything that happened this week, with the games you were talking about. At the end of the day, we are there we do want to win. We do want to have fun at the same time too. And I'm really happy to be part of it and hope to continue next year. Hope to continue this year.
Fantastic.
One second.
Sean, you didn't mention the best part. You get to play with your kid every Sunday.
Now, that is amazing. That's amazing. And with Michael Antar, with family too, it really is. It's a great situation. And that's why I'm not traveling to the Amazon, where I do watch the show when I'm there, the Amazon jungle. I'm traveling less because it's just great to be with you guys.
Two things, Shoshan. One is every guy that met you this year has only good things to say about you, that you're a class act on and off the field with the boys, which is we're very happy to have a guy like you in the league. And two is a quick question. You're a star shortstop who was added on the team late in the year. Great acquisition, great pickup, A.B. Franco. What's your thoughts on him potentially missing Sunday's game for a brunch?
It's a brunch. I don't know what to say. I left early this week also for at the second game because I had a family issue come. So I don't want to judge anybody, but I think that if it's a playoff game, if you push the brunch off to 12:30, 1 o'clock, that would be my view. I don't know the personal situation, so it's hard for me to say.
Shoshan.
Again, enjoyed very much playing with everybody, and it's a great league, and blessings to all you guys.
If you win the 4-5 game this week, we need you on the show next week.
I'd love to come on. And appreciate it again.
Fantastic.
It's great.
Shoshan, Steven here. Have a good night.
Okay, we'll see you.
Yeah, he needed to know your name.
Yeah, I thought
He needed to know
he was
your
saying
name.
goodbye. He was in the middle of saying goodbye. I'm gonna ask another question. All right.
I think we should
Move on.
Let's go into the previews of the games.
Yeah, absolutely.
What? That's
Very
what
quickly,
we all-
very quick previews. We have a lot to mention, I think, later in the show. So we'll go to the 4-5 preview really very fast in 10 words or less. You know who's playing. You got RFG, the kids, against obviously Barry Antoby's team, Legend Leasing. First matchup was in week 4, where Legend won game 1 and RFG won game 2. So you have a split on the season. Lewis, thoughts?
Legend will win. They're going to win big. It's not a question.
Good. Steven Gindy, thoughts?
It's one game. Anything can happen in one game. I think if it remains close early, it'll be anybody's game. I think if Legend gets the early lead, 1 run or 10 runs, they're going to walk away with it.
Thank you for the 30 words or less. Sammy?
I also think Legend's going to win the game. I think the kids are good, but I don't think they're ready for the playoffs and the intensity and everything that's needed.
Okay, I say Shoshan Guri and the boys win. As Steven said, it's one game, and I think that Barry Anteby and co. are looking way too deep into this Lewis fiasco to concentrate on the baseball game.
Yeah, focus can be elsewhere.
Next game we have is the 2-3 semifinal matchup, which we'll be playing 2 games this Sunday, regardless of what happens.
I object to the games being played now instead of the week of 1-4.
Very quickly, Sammy will answer you on that. Very quickly.
Steven's trying to extend the season.
No, I think last year. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna lose, but last year we played and we lost the same week as the 4-5 game. It was sucked. That's the bottom line.
Meaning you got swept?
We lost. Yeah, we lost.
You lost both.
I don't know. I don't know if we played 3 or we played 2, but we lost.
Meaning you were out. You were eliminated.
We're
And then, so then,
in the 2-3 game, being the 2 seed, which is
so
similar.
then the
to
week after, there was just
All
another
right, guys,
semifinal.
make your predictions. Let's go.
Sammy,
Oh.
prediction on the 2-3 matchup between Abeco and Kosher Corner.
I like the fact that Kosher Corner hasn't seen A.B. Cohen pitch yet. I think that's to our advantage. But they do have the best team on paper. They have a killer lineup. They have a killer defense. I'm worried. I think our team's playing great, but
It's hard to say because you're both in the game. Lewis, prediction.
Abe Co. in a sweep.
Abeco in a sweep. I agree.
Can I say something?
Yeah, all right. We usually all like to let players of
I'm
that
not gonna
game
predict. I'm
predict,
gonna
so
make
that's
a
why I
com-
cut you
I'm
off.
going to make
It's
a
okay.
comment or two. I think Abe Mitesh is a key factor, and I'm just going to tell you why. Because Jackie Schrecky is our second baseman. Jackie Schrecky's been playing very well, but he's not a starting second baseman. He's been rotating for us. Abe Mitesh hasn't moved from second base pretty much in any meaningful game this year. He's not going to be. If he can't play, it's going to be a big factor.
Noted. Much thanks. Big playoff games this week. A lot to talk about next Monday, reviewing all these playoff games. But for now, major breaking news to read to you tonight. Sammy, the field is yours.
All right. So,
Well, do we know, what the All-Star game will entail? Are we playing YMSL again? Has it been?
it's been like that for the last 5 or 6 years.
So you wouldn't expect
Playing
anything.
against the YMSL All-Stars. I spoke to Bobby already today. We are going to try and secure a date for the game and the field, and hopefully we will play it again.
Okay.
Obviously, we have to see how the playoffs and the weather and everything plays out, but we will do our best to get the game in.
Also, it's tough because YMSL schedules their league into September, which is a little difficult to schedule a Sunday to play an All-Star game. That being said, how was, all honesty, because if you're going to tell me no good, then shame on the league, how was the voter turnout for the All-Star?
The voting turnout was pretty good. Not as good as in years past. Years past, we had maybe 50 to 60 votes of the 72 players.
Okay, so you're talking about 80%.
This year, we were about 40 players voted.
Why wouldn't anybody vote?
That's exactly what I'm getting.
Why?
at.
Shoshan couldn't vote because he was in the Amazon.
Okay, there's no Wi-Fi there. I got you. That's one guy. Who else is in the
Everybody should vote. If you're a part of the league, you should vote.
Well, Sammy and Rudy and Cohen didn't vote because they don't have internet.
Religious?
Yeah, the rabbi said they can't have
So
internet.
Cohen, you and Rudy.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you too. No, but the truth is, I think we're talking to the wrong crowd. I think if anyone's watching the show, they voted.
Right.
You know, it's the people like did Gaddy vote?
Gaddy voted.
Really?
Yeah, Gaddy
He's
voted.
a board
Can vote.
guy. You gotta
Can
vote.
Does that guy read English?
It's hysterical. All right, we'd love to know who didn't vote, but that's not fair.
How about the
Half
kids?
of YBJ didn't vote.
How about the kids?
Half of my team didn't vote.
How about the kids?
There are a few.
Was I the first to
that
send in the ballot? Tell me the truth.
I don't remember.
How many times did Ralph Cohen vote?
You can only vote once.
Could you? Okay, for next week's show, we're gonna
I
get
can
you a
just see-
list of the YBJ members that did not vote. They're held
I
responsible.
can just see Ralph hijacked other people's email addresses, just
like you do in the
vote
poll.
Very unusual, because those guys are veterans of the league, the YBJ guys. Just because they're having a rough season, they should vote.
It's a good point. You're talking about a guy like a DC should vote.
I don't know if these guys.
DC did vote.
He did vote.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm just talking.
These guys are all
Vic
veterans.
Busso.
They voted. Those guys. You named all the guys that did vote. You didn't name the guys that didn't. You can figure it out. We're not going to call anyone out
I
because.
will. They're on my team.
So Jeffrey voted. I think we know that.
All right, so we're gonna get into it. There was a great storyline to end the vote, to end the team. So I'm gonna start out with all the guys that
For sures.
that are for sures. So the pitchers were Nathan Batesh, who was a unanimous selection, and A.B. Cohen, who in the beginning of the vote was very close with Ike Mal, and then A.B. pulled away.
After the clear determination of the record.
And it was well deserving. A.B. had a much better year than Ike. I think Ike is great, and I'm afraid of Ike, but AB did deserve it, so
Yeah,
I'm happy he
AB
made
pitched
it.
a lot better.
Very
Are we
good.
gonna comment on these guys? Or should we read it first?
Well,
or-
Nathan and AB, do we need to comment? I think we
No.
talked about that enough.
I think the problem was all the other names on the list shouldn't have been there. That's the problem.